880,000 foreign workers residing in Korea. 332 foreign workers died in industrial accidents in the past 2 years. Construction site accidents can happen anytime, anywhere. A large accident and a possible fatality are just a small mistake away. Protect yourself from the threats of industrial sites. Mandatory safety rules for all construction workers. Even today, Jackson's day begins early in the morning.
4시 반인데 5시까지 가려면 빨리 서둘러야 될 것 같아요.
Where did Jackson rush to so early in the morning? Oh, it's a construction site.
제가 원래 새벽 잠이 되게 많은데 이 일을 하면서 아침형 인간 됐거든요. 아무튼 오늘도 화이팅 합시다. 제 친구 오고 있네요.
It's been 10 months since Jackson came to Korea. He struggled at first because he couldn't find a job, but he's been working here for 8 months now. Donald is climbing pretty high. He seems used to it.
네, 하루에도 몇 번씩 수시로 오르내리다 보니 능숙합니다.
A fall accident has occurred. Among the 971 deaths from industrial accidents in Korea, 485 of them occurred in the construction industry, and 60% of those were due to falling. A fall can lead to a fracture when it's less serious, but can also result in death. Preventing falls is particularly important as it occurs frequently and causes a large number of deaths. The most important part of preventing falling accidents is a safety inspection. When putting on or using safety equipment, you must check if it's safe by inspecting it visually, tapping on it, or pulling on it. Furthermore, workers must wear a safety helmet and harness at all times. The safety helmet must be fully tightened and the harness worn properly. And the most important thing for the workers is to always stay focused. 60% of falling accidents in the construction industry occur at a height of less than 3 meters. The workers are less careful at this height because it's relatively low compared to some of the other heights they are used to working at. Stay alert and stay safe. At a construction site, welding is an indispensable part of the job. And Jackson from Poland is an experienced welder. When he was having a hard time and couldn't focus after a colleague's accident, there was a fire caused by a spark and flammable substances. Welding is a dangerous job that can cause various types of accidents, such as explosions, fires, falling, and lung disease. That's why safety rules are essential. First, you must inspect the area around the welding job, store combustible and flammable substances in a designated location, and always place a fire extinguisher nearby. Before starting work, you must wear personal protective equipment such as safety shoes, a welding mask, and welding gloves. You must check for any abnormalities in the charge parts, the cable sheath, the welding rod holder, the grounding, etc., and keep a fire extinguisher nearby in case of fires. And also, you must remember to turn off the power switch of the welder when you are done or suspending work for an extended period of time.
제가 소화기를 찾고 있는데 없는 거예요. 그래서 더 놀랐어요. 진짜 제가 알기로는 우리 현장에 이런 안전장치 잘 안 갖춰 있는 편이에요. 그래서 더 놀랐어요.
Most construction sites are not finished buildings, so they do not have all the safety equipment that a regular building does. That's why when an accident like this occurs, it can be more dangerous because it cannot be dealt with quickly.
다행히 어제 안 다쳐서 오늘도 출근입니다. 아무튼 열심히 벌어야지. 화이팅!
After going through another accident, everyone is going about their work. But what's that sound?
여러분! 구조물이 붕괴됐어! 대비하세요! 빨리빨리 이쪽으로!
Collapsing is not caused by individual carelessness nor lack of education, but it can happen anytime, anywhere. So how can you deal with it? If a structure at a construction site has collapsed, stay calm, go to a designated evacuation site, and call 119. When evacuating, try not to touch any collapsed materials, debris, etc. If there is a colleague under the wreckage, do not try to rescue them yourselves as there is strong possibility of a secondary collapse. Call 119, wait for the first responders to arrive, and describe the situation when they do. Try to console each other, as everyone must be startled.
저 여기 거시원에서 살고 있습니다. 집을 아직 못 구해서 그런 거거든요.
Jackson uses a heater because it's a bit cold in the room and board accommodation, but he shouldn't go to sleep with the heater on. Electric heaters are the #1 cause of fires during winter. When using electric heaters, you should keep them at least 1 meter away from anything flammable. Also, if you connect too many devices to a power strip, you can exceed the capacity, and that can also lead to a fire. Always unplug electric heating pads after use. An electric heating pad left on when leaving the house is a common cause of fires. Never leave the electric heating pad temperature controller on. If it gets covered by a blanket by mistake and gets exposed to high heat, it can damage the internal sensors and lead to a fire. Be careful not to fold or expose the electric heating pad to excessive pressure or impact. In the room and board accommodations where Jackson lives, the rooms are very close together and can lead to a disaster if a fire breaks out. That's why everyone needs to exercise extra caution.
여러분, 오늘 고단했던 하루가 진짜 끝났습니다. 아무튼 잘 자요. 안녕. 난 잔다.
We hope tomorrow is safer. Good night.